Hey guys, Lukas Schwegendiek here, and today I want to talk to you about the importance of not having a plan B. In school and in college and everywhere, we get taught that it's always nice to have a backup plan. What do you do when the first plan doesn't succeed? You know, what other plans do you have? What other ideas do you have? Just be secure, just have another plan and have a third plan, and have a fourth plan. What about plan Z? Do you have the 26th plan? Or 24th, whatever it is. And there's so many other plans that we're always stuck in the planning phase and never actually get to doing anything. Well, then when we get to doing something, plan A, B, and C are already timed out, and then we have to make another 3 backup plans at the end. And it just never ends. And besides that, what really happens when you have more plans? Yes, you are more secure, because if something fails, you can always go to the next one, or the third one, or the fourth one. But let's just look at having 4 plans. So the first one you try out. You don't give it your all because you still have 3 plans. So it fails, you're upset, you're angry, it didn't work, okay, whatever. You know, time to move on to plan B. Plan B, you do the same thing again. You try a little bit, you don't work too hard, and then it fails, and you're really upset now because that's 2 plans that already failed. And you do that for the third plan as well. And then for the 4th plan, you don't try at all because it's the 4th idea. It's the 4th best thing. Plan A is obviously the best thing. Otherwise it wouldn't be plan A. And then you're all the way down to plan D already, to the 4th thing you want. And now you have to do that. And then you don't want to work hard on it anymore. You don't want to study hard. You don't want to just do it anymore. Because in comparison to the other ones, it sucks. And then we never get anything done. Because all 4 plans we did not invest enough in. But when you only have 1 plan, when you only have 1 option, you better make sure you get it done. That's why plan D is still the one that's going to get done, because it's the last option you have. But if you didn't have plan B, plan C, or plan D, only plan A, then you better make damn sure you get plan A done. Because it's your only option. You don't have another choice. And there's this great story. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to recollect the exact thing it was, but there were 2 countries at war. And one country just came in by ships, an army with the general. And it looked pretty grim, like the numbers were completely off. I don't know what it was, let's say 5,000 to 50,000, I don't know. Anyway, those 5,000 soldiers that arrived by boats were scared and were demoralized, and the general thought, well, what are we going to do? So he told his soldiers to burn down the boats, to burn all the boats they came with. And the soldiers did it, because he was the general, they had to. And then, before the final battle, or before the battle, the general said, okay, if you guys want to go back home, if you want to see your wife, if you want to see your kids, if you want to see your family again, we have to win. There is no other way. We cannot turn and run. And obviously what happened? Well, they won. But that's because the soldiers fought their hardest. You know, if they always had the boats at their back and saying, okay, you know what? If I get beaten up or if everything turns to shit, I'll just run and get the boat and get on out of here. But if you didn't have that option, if you look back and there's nothing there, nothing to back you up, then the only way you can go is forward. If the soldiers did not have a way to turn back, then they had to fight for their lives right then and there, because they would die if they didn't win. It was win or die. And although this mentality now seems a bit extreme, it's still the best mentality to have. If you have this mentality about success, about happiness, about your relationship, about everything in your life, you will try your best. You will win. There is no other option. The other option is you die. And then it doesn't matter if you win or lose because you're dead. So whatever. But you will win. I can almost guarantee you that. That doesn't mean you win at everything you try. It means the overall goal, the big picture, you will win at. For example, let's say you want to reach success. Let's say you want to become a millionaire. And you really want this. You want this so desperately that will go all in on this. Now, there's a million ways to become a millionaire. And you may go for one and it doesn't work, so you go for the next one. That's not a different plan. Your big goal, your big plan is still to become a millionaire. And of course, the more detailed the plan is, the better it is. Let's say you want to become a millionaire through your guitar playing because you want to be in a huge band. And you want to be the lead guitarist in that huge band. You're going to play like a fucking champion when you only have that option. But how do you get yourself in that mentality? Well, let's think about the soldiers. What did they have? They had something in the back of their mind that they knew would happen if they did not succeed, and they knew what would happen if they did succeed. And both of those were equally important in their mind. For one, they would die and never see their family again if they lost. And if they won, they would see their family and kids again. Those are big deals. Those are huge. If you have something like that at the back of your mind, you will succeed. For example, for me, it was always college as the bad thing in my mind. I hated college. It's so much studying, so much bullshit information you learn, and for me personally, it felt like a complete waste of time. I felt so horrible. I got depressions multiple times throughout college, like hardcore depressions. And when I first went into this whole business, when I first went into getting my goal, I had that at the back of my mind. I thought that if I would not succeed here, I would have to go back to college. And for me, that equaled depression. Basically, if I didn't succeed here, I would go back into a depression. And having been in a couple of depressions, it's not someplace I want to go back to. Definitely not one of those things where I want to buy a second ticket to. That was, for me, I've had enough of that. I really, really did. And so I worked a lot and I worked hard. And every time I thought, oh God, I don't want to work. And it was like, okay, you might as well have a depression again. Then I picked myself up and started working again. And at the end, at the positive end, in my future, I had in my mind that I would be a millionaire, I would help people, I would change the world. And those are pretty big deals, to me at least. They still are. And that's why this is still plan A, and I don't have another idea. I'm saying I'll go back to college if this all fails, but that's not really an option to me. If I fail, I'm not going to fail. You can see it already by how I react. There's just no other option. If I fail, I don't know what to do. There will be nothing for me to do. So I can't fail. I just can't do it. I have to succeed, no matter what it takes. And if you get that mentality, if you just go for plan A and ignore all the other plans, don't make a plan B, don't make a plan C, only make a plan A. And then focus on what you get when you achieve it and what you get when you don't. And then you don't have another option but to make that plan work. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe for more motivation and more positive content. And share this with a friend who may be stuck in the planning phase too long, who may have like 30 different plans and who is not getting anywhere with them. See you in the next video.